Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. Hang on for just a second. Isn't that mug cute? Anyway, I have a really cute project, and it's really inexpensive, almost free except for a little bit of vinyl. Project I'm going to show you today, and it's underneath my mug right now. It's a coaster. Now they're not going to absorb water or anything, but if you have some furniture and you don't want it to get scratched by some kind of cup, mug or something, this is the perfect thing to use. Once you go ahead and peel off the back here, it's just like a rubbery feel, so it's not going to scratch your furniture at all. So what is this, you're asking? Well, these are free samples that they have right now at Home Depot. Now, I'm not recommending that you go out there and just grab up a whole mitt full of these things, because that's not fair. That's not why they have them. But I did grab a few to show you guys, and I actually did 4. It's probably more than I really should have. But to make a set of 4 of these for a gift. Then I also did purchase some larger boards that I'm going to use. But anyway, for the samples, these are 4x4, and it makes a perfect initial, and then with the name of the person in the inside. You could make a heart if you want to for Valentine's Day. You could make this any way you want to, but it's really pretty cool, you know? You can get these, like I said, for free at Home Depot. They're samples, so you, like I said, be kind, don't be a hog. Anyway, so let me show you over at Cricut Design Space how I did this. Okay, I'm over here in Cricut Design Space now, and I was trying to save a little bit of time by going through all of the fonts in Access, but I'll tell you what, I could drive myself crazy. There are so many that I could choose from. So I've chosen out a few that I like I like that one. I'm trying to get something with the same kind of feel. So that one was good. This one is good also. This one, whoa, is that the same? Is this one, did I get 2 of the same? I think I accidentally did. Okay, this one, I'm not as crazy about that one, so I'll X that one out. Let me bring these down. Let's see what else we have here. This one, no, I don't like the roundedness. Same with that one, a little bit rounded. This one I felt was too thin. This one I really like because it had a sports feel to it. So now I'm trying to figure out between this one, and this one. And I'm thinking to make it a little bit different, I'm going to go with the sports type one. So I'm going to get rid of these guys. Okay, so the first thing that I did when I was going to get ready to do this was I measured my board, and I realized it was 4 inches by 4 inches. So I came over to the shape tool and got the square. And then I made the square 4 by 4 by coming up here to the size area. I left the lock locked, and I changed the width to 4, width, and hit enter, and that automatically changed the height to 4. So this is exactly the size I have to do. So I'm going to bring that R over top, and notice it's going behind. I'm going to drag it back out, and I can either right click on it, and that's generally what I do, or you can come up here to where it says arrange, and you can say arrange send to front, but I prefer just right clicking on the thing and saying send to front. Then I'll have to move my hand around as much. So there it is there. I may want to make it just a tiny bit smaller like that. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. That's a pretty good size for on my coaster. So I'm going to move this box aside, and what I can actually do is I can hide it. Come over to shapes, I'm going to get a square. I'm going to unlock it and make it skinnier. Now I've decided that I want my little hole between the top part of the letter and the bottom part to be 1/2 inch or 0.5. So that's what my height is going to be of this box, 0.5, hit enter. So then I'm going to bring this box down here and figure out where I want it to go. I don't want it to go there because you can't recognize that that's an R as easily. I'm going to have it come right about there. And now if I highlight these two things, I can come over here and slice. So I'm going to slice this out, get rid of this, and get rid of this. And if I want to, I can just highlight them all together and X them out. So I'm not sure if I'm crazy about how this is now that I've done it. Well, you can change. Maybe I should have chosen one of those other fonts instead, but since I've already deleted all those, we'll just work with this one and you can do whatever you like for yours. I wanted to bring him up here so we can see him as a sample. So the next thing that I did was I came over here again to the shape tool and I got another square and I unlocked the lock and I skinnied it way down because I want this to be the little piece like on this sample to the right. So I'm going to bring this down here and what I decided I liked for this little thing on this particular project is to make it so that the height of this bar is 0.05. So 0.05, enter. So that made it a little skinnier both ways, and I love that. All right, so now I'm going to just click on it. And if I have trouble just clicking on it, I can come over here in the layers panel and select it, but I got it this time and I'm just going to hit duplicate up here. So now I have two of them. Gonna move this guy. You'll see that's the problem. Like I said, I have undo. Sometimes I have a hard time grabbing the thing I want to grab. I got it that time. I'm going to bring it here and line it up. And I'm going to stretch this one, stretch him over. So I've got to unlock the lock because I just want to make him longer to meet to the edge of this, like that. Okay, now somehow this one looks thinner than this one. So let me click on this and see, is it point, oh yeah, it did get smaller. So I'm going to make it again 0.05 and hit enter. Okay, now they're both the same width, but I want to just grab this guy and just make him a little tiny bit shorter. There, perfect. Okay, I'm liking that a lot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go grab all of it and I'm going to group it so that I don't have the possibility of just moving it around willy-nilly. So now I'm going to put the name Rice in here. I'm going to make it all in caps and see how that works to start with. Okay, that looks pretty nice. Going to have to make it small to, whoops, fit up in here, and maybe just a tiny bit shorter. All right, and now I'm going to unlock it so that I can stretch it. Like that. Then I'm going to grab it again and move it over. And what I can actually do right now is I can go like this and go to align, center horizontally, and we'll see if that word rice will move at all. Yep, it did. However, I think I like to center it myself more because this, while it may be centered perfectly to my eye, I think it looks better if it's over there. So, you know what? I almost think I like this one better now that I'm done with it. So now the next thing that I would do to finish up is simply highlight all of it and go to weld. And I can click on this one to hide it. Come over here to the eyeball, click on it to hide it. And we can go to this one and make it, and let's see how it looks. So I go over to make it. Okay, that looks great. Now remember, I don't have to mirror it because it's not iron-on. So I will just make it, and I'll be very careful when I weave the teeny weeny tiny letters around the word rice because they're very small. but it's doable. It's not a problem. And you remember from my past videos how to fix it should you lose a letter. All is not lost. Remember, I showed you how to fix it in another video, and I'll try to link that up above. So I guess that's it for now. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that little bell. And don't forget to check out my affiliate links down below. But one last thing I want to show you is this. Okay, remember yesterday when I had shown you some things and someone had seen my t-shirt, my sweatshirt that I have on that says Gryffindor, and he asked if I had made this one myself, and I had not, but I'm going to show you in another video that I'm going to hopefully finish today how you can do this on a sweatshirt or a t-shirt of your own. I'm not going to put Gryffindor. I think I'll put Cricut Love, and I'll put it on that same t-shirt that I had shown you yesterday. Just put it on the sleeve. I do use these pads that I purchased, and I'll have a link below that video to show you the pads, although I think you can just buy foam somewhere to use it, or I was even thinking maybe like a mouse pad might work. The only thing I'd be worried about is I don't know what those things are made out of. So whether when you're heating them, if you're giving off bad fumes, I don't know. That's why I personally go with stuff that I know has been specifically built or manufactured, knowing what's going to happen to it in the circumstances under which it will be used. So anyway, again, thank you for joining me. I'll see you again later. Bye-bye.